Stream हो रहा है. Hello friends, good afternoon. I take this opportunity to introduce you to Enable Academy. Just give me one moment, please. Yeah, I was telling you, I take this opportunity to introduce you to Enable Academy. Welcome, friends. Good afternoon. Okay. At Enable Academy, I teach communication skills, which include English courses in speaking communication, in social context for homemakers, in professional context for office goers and salespeople, and in academic context for students. I also tailor courses for individual needs. Coming to today's topic, are you a good listener? Friends, this is the first time I'm streaming live, so do give me your feedbacks. There is an ancient and philosophical riddle that says, if a tree falls in a forest and there's no one to listen, does it still make a sound? The scientific view is that while the tree will still make waves in the air, to make sound, it needs an ear to hear. My question to you is, if there is no one listening, is it communication? Communication, friends, is as much about listening as it is about speaking. Today, I'll show you how a simple act of listening genuinely can help you build relationships, win trust, enrich your lives, and grow your career. But before we start, let's have a small listening exercise for warm up. Are you ready for it? I'll ask questions on what you are about to hear. You are the driver of the bus. At stop 1, 10 people get on the bus. One of them is wearing a red hat. At stop 2, 5 people board on the bus. 2 people get off. At stop 3, 4 people get on the bus. 3 get off. At stop 4, 7 people get on the bus. The person with the red hat gets off. At the next stop, 6 people get on and 7 get off. What is the age of the driver? Write your answers in the comment box. Yeah. Do you think I mentioned the age of the driver? Yeah, I'm waiting. Is anyone close to guessing? Yeah. I said it in the opening sentence. What was it? You are the bus driver. How many of you listened to this? That was interesting, isn't it? So, getting on the serious note now, we live in an age of communication with social media, texts, videos, mails. There is a lot of talking going on. But even in this world of instantaneous global connection, the most important mode of communication is face to face conversation. Two people speaking and listening. Why is listening so important? Let me tell you a story. Viktor Frankl, one of the greatest psychiatrists of 20th century, survived the death camps of Nazi Germany. He once told this story of a woman who called him in the middle of the night to calmly inform him that she was about to commit suicide. Frankel kept her on phone and talked her through her depression, giving her reason after reason to carry on living. Finally, the lady promised that she will not take her life, and she kept her word. Later, when they met, Viktor Frankl asked her which was the reason that had persuaded her to live on. None of them, she replied. Then, what is it that influenced her to live? He pressed. Her answer was simple. Yes, it was Frankel's willingness to listen to her in the middle of the night. Friends, a world in which there is someone to listen to you is a world worth living. Sometimes it is not the grand, brilliant arguments, but the simple act of listening that helps us to get a yes. Another reason listening helps us to connect with other human beings. It builds trust. It shows we care. I'll share an experience. In the coaching institute, one of my students was always up to some mischief. One day, I sat with him after the class and had a casual chat. I realized that he felt lonely and unappreciated. He would be alone when his mother returned late, and she always had something or the other to complain about. Why is your bag lying here? Why have you not put your tiffin for washing? And so on. I told him to sit with her mother, ask her how her day was in office, listen to her challenges as a single parent. Once he embarked on a journey of communication with his mother, things began to change. Both of them listened to each other with interest. His grades improved. Another reason listening helps us understand the person. My father, a medical practitioner, was a very good listener. Some of you may have known him. He had patients who came to him simply because he listened to them and understood their psychological needs. Listening, friends, also helps brand to grow their businesses. Nike found itself in the center of a controversy in 2019 when Duke basketball player Zion Williamson's Nike shoe exploded in the middle of a match. Influencers and celebrities took to Twitter to show their concern for Williamson, as well as show some shades on Nike. Nike's PR team responded to the Twitters of concerned customers. They issued a statement wishing Williamson well and promising to investigate the matter. What's more, they approached Williamson and offered him an advertising deal, which he agreed. So, By listening to their customers and addressing their concerns, Nike was able to overcome this situation. It did not spoil the image of Nike as a brand, rather, listening made its image even stronger. To sum up, listening helps us to connect to people. Listening helps us to get a yes. Listening helps businesses to grow their brand. In genuine listening, we listen not only to what's being said, but also to what's not being said. We listen to underlying emotions, feelings, and needs. We observe the voice modulation, the eye contact, body language of the other person, which helps us understand him better. If listening is so important, why is everyone not doing it? Because listening is difficult. There are various barriers to listening. We can discuss them at length, but in this small session, I'll tell you the common barriers. One of the common reasons is that we are preoccupied with ourselves, our priorities, our lives. There is so much going on in our minds that we don't have the emotional and mental space to truly listen to the other person. How do we clear our minds? Take a few moments of quiet to listen to yourself, to what's going on for you. Then you'll be able to tune to the other person. There is so much focus on talking in our mainstream society that we never really learn to listen. Jason Charles of Lifeline, a telehelpline service, says, we train our counselors to be active listeners. Their first response is, active listening? That's it. Give me something more. Friends, we need to realize that active listening requires conscious practice. In ordinary listening, we hear the words and immediately start thinking, where do I agree or disagree? What do I reply? Does that happen with you? It does happen with me. Stephen Covey says the biggest problem in communication is we don't listen to understand, we listen to reply. Next time you find yourself in such a conversation, try to listen to the person first. Another reason is that we become judgmental. Here also, I like to share an experience. An old lady was traveling in the Mumbai local train during the rush hours. My friends from Mumbai would relate to this what crowd really means. Now, as her station approached, she started moving towards the door. It was difficult. No doubt, many of us, including me, judged her. She is so naive to be traveling at this time. Someone even voiced this. She replied, my relative has passed away. So, friends, next time, before judging a person, consider that he or she may have valid reasons. Another reason that we fail to listen is that we try to impress others by our speaking. Consider this conversation. Ami calls her best friend Neha. Hey Neha, I have been promoted today. Now I am the manager of Western India. Ami says, wow, Neha, congratulations. I am so glad for you. Then she adds, I'm also expecting a promotion next month. But then she got on and on describing how she led a team, what were her achievements. That is, she totally changed the focus of conversation. She turned it towards herself. Would Ami appreciate it? Friends, if we want to gain social status, we should listen more. People will forget what we say, but they'll remember how we made them feel. Make them feel special by listening to them. Another reason is that listening costs us time and energy. If we have to listen to a person truly, we need to give him our undivided attention. It really becomes difficult because of so many distractions. But, friends, I'll request you to pay this price because the rewards of listening are worth the price. Now, you may feel, what difference will it make in the world if I listen well? I firmly believe it will make a lot of difference. Friends, there is a huge cost to conflicts. The broken families, the broken relationships, the neglected children, the ruinous lawsuits. I can go on and on. I see the opportunity in preventing these conflicts before they occur. It's not easy, but it starts with one simple step. Yes, you guessed it right. It starts with listening. I dream a world where this age of communication turns into the age of listening. In other words, an age of true communication. What if we were teaching listening to students the way we teach reading as a core skill? What if our TV and radio shows had listen shows? What if we chose our leaders on their ability to listen, not just talk? I'm sure the world will be a better place to live for all of us. At Enable Academy, we give listening practices with as much emphasis that we give to speaking practice. The entire experience is designed so that the participants become better listeners, better speakers, with better comprehension. We have different courses for the needs of different participants. Also, for people at different levels of proficiency at present. Our courses are highly interactive. You listen, you talk, you take part in debates, discussions, skits, role plays as we teach grammar, usage, vocabulary, intonation, and pronunciations. In communication skills, we also talk about the presentation skills in formal setups, your body language, etiquettes, and such things. If you have any queries, feel free to contact me. If you join in this week, that is by 21st August, we have special discounts and schemes for some courses. Friends, I would end this session with an appeal to you. In your next conversation with a client or a colleague, a friend or a stranger, a partner or a child, give them your full attention. and listen to the human behind the words. Because the greatest gift you can give to anyone is the gift of listening. I am eager to know your feedback on this session, and if you have any subject on which you'd like to have sessions, do let me know. Thank you. Yeah, are there any queries? Friends, just give me one moment. I'll be right back. Thank you for giving me your precious time and listening to me. Have a nice day